In 2021, Claire is traveling toward Venustown. Because the evening is getting late, she decides to spend the night at a roadside motel. No one is waiting at the reception desk, so Claire presses the small bell that has a sticker of 3 smiling faces beside it. After a short wait, Shell finally appears and gives her a room key. Claire also asks her for the best route to Venustown, and Shell explains the fastest way while mentioning that she actually grew up there. Later on, while Claire is relaxing in her room, someone suddenly knocks on the door. A strange voice from outside asks, "Is Pamela here?" Claire replies that they must have the wrong room. A few moments pass before the same person knocks once more and asks the exact same question again. Feeling puzzled, Claire looks through the peephole but cannot see anyone in the hallway. Curious, she slowly opens the door to check outside. The hallway is completely empty, so she closes the door and returns inside. While Claire is in the bathroom, the door quietly unlocks from the outside. She turns around and suddenly screams when she notices Pinup Girl standing there. Soon after, Claire wakes up tied to a chair inside a filthy and dark room, and her vision is blurry because she does not have her glasses. Then Dollface steps in front of her and gently places the glasses back on her face. As Dollface touches Claire's hair and studies her closely, Claire begins crying and asks why she was chosen. Dollface calmly answers, "Because you are here," and then stabs her. Claire struggles helplessly for a few seconds before finally dying. In the background, Scarecrow and Pinup Girl celebrate their latest victim with a kiss. At the present time, Maya has been running away from the 3 killers and has even succeeded in killing Pinup Girl, who was actually Shell. She quickly hides behind a tree and secretly watches an enraged Scarecrow violently striking something again and again with his axe, before finally lifting Shell's body. Once the killers drive away in their truck, Mia begins moving alone through the forest. Shortly afterward, she notices a police car passing along the road and instantly hides to avoid being seen. Sheriff Rodder drives past the area, but fortunately does not notice her. When the vehicle disappears, Maya continues walking through the woods until she eventually discovers an old church. After entering the building, she slowly looks around and touches the piano, but her moment of curiosity is suddenly interrupted by Gregory. He seems shocked that she is still alive, while Maya immediately starts searching for a way to escape. Unfortunately, Gregory is standing in front of the only exit, blocking her path. Calmly, Gregory pours alcohol into 2 glasses and tells Maya to relax since there are no masks here, indirectly revealing that he is Scarecrow. He raises his glass to Shell and tells Maya to toast as well for her boyfriend who was murdered earlier by the same trio. Maya insists she never meant to kill Shell, but Gregory refuses to believe her and angrily throws her out. Realizing she has no other option, Mia quickly runs away as fast as she can. At the same time, Roder receives an urgent message from the police station and discovers that Maya has gone missing. He quickly instructs his officers to search for her at the lake house, where she had been staying with her boyfriend. Just then, Maya steps out of the forest and suddenly stops when she notices the police car. Roder takes her into the vehicle and listens as she explains what happened with the killers. She tells him she actually knows the place where they are hiding, but she will only reveal it if he agrees to take her to her sister. When Maya asks to use a phone, Roder lies and claims there is no signal in this area. After that, she asks for a first aid kit, so Roder steps out of the car to grab it from the trunk. Seeing the opportunity, Maya quickly moves into the driver's seat and speeds away. While driving along the road, she overhears on the police radio that officers have discovered several more dead bodies. She also realizes that the police are searching for her, which makes her understand that Roder is secretly helping the killers hide their crimes. Maya begins searching the car for anything that might help her survive, and because of that, she fails to notice a truck approaching from the opposite direction until the last second. She swerves just in time to avoid hitting it, but her car spins out of control and crashes into a tree. At that instant, Scarecrow arrives and forcefully pulls Maya out of the crashed car. She struggles to resist, but her strength isn't enough to fight him off. Scarecrow throws her onto the back of his truck and binds her tightly before driving away. As Mia glances around, she notices Shell's lifeless body lying beside her with a small smiley face tattoo on her wrist. A flashback then reveals that Gregory is actually Rodder's son. After Gregory kills a classmate named Tamara, the judge initially considers sending him to prison. However, the law dictates that minors should be placed in rehabilitation, and given that the sheriff has a flawless record, the judge decides that Rodder will keep custody of his son. The ruling also states that if Gregory commits another offense, he will be incarcerated until he reaches 18. A few weeks later, Gregory murders a man with an axe deep in the forest while Shell watches silently from behind a tree. Afterwards, she helps him hide the body by covering it with leaves. Later that evening, Rodder discovers the corpse and realizes that his son has serious issues, but he doesn't want to lose him. Instead, he strikes a deal. Rodder will conceal all of Gregory's murders, but Gregory is forbidden from killing anyone from their town. Only tourists are allowed. In the present, Scarecrow and Dollface bring Maya and Shell to their hidden lair. Scarecrow bids a final farewell to Shell before activating the wood chipper, which shreds her body. Maya is horrified by the blood flowing from the machine and bursts bursts into tears. Then, Scarecrow strikes Maya with the back of his axe, knocking her unconscious. In the morning, Rotter is sitting down for breakfast at the local diner when suddenly Maya's sister Debbie arrives, accompanied by her husband Howard and their bodyguard Marcus. Howard shows a photo of Maya to everyone and explains that her boyfriend was killed in this town just a few days ago. The family is desperate to find her before something similar happens to Maya. The room remains silent, forcing Debbie to plead for any information she can get. A waitress mentions that she had seen Maya a few days ago while eating at the diner, but fearing judgment from others, she hesitates to provide more details. Later, when the waitress is on her break and alone, Debbie approaches her again, trying to persuade her to speak up. The woman reluctantly explains that murders have been occurring in this town for years, though they rarely affect the locals. She adds that Rotter is aware of everything that goes on here, so he likely holds the key information Debbie needs. Meanwhile, Maya regains consciousness in pain and sees Scarecrow carving the smiley face tattoo onto her own skin. The combination of shock and agony overwhelms her, causing her to pass out once again. On the road just outside the forest, Debbie's group is tracking Rotter as he drives toward the morgue. Deputy Tommy shows Rotter the 3 bodies he discovered at the lake house and confirms that all of them are local residents. Tommy suspects Gregory is behind the murders, since he has consistently assisted Rotter, but because the no locals rule has been violated, he plans to contact the state police. Suddenly, Rotter seizes a medical drill and fatally strikes Tommy in the head. Afterwards, Rotter stuffs Tommy's body into a bag and hauls it to his car, all while Debbie's group watches helplessly. Sometime later, Maya regains consciousness and is immediately shocked by Scarecrow, who picks up Pinup Girl's mask from a nearby desk. He grabs Maya, and although she struggles fiercely, she is unable to break free. Scarecrow then forces the mask onto her face, gently running his hand through her hair before pressing a kiss against her. Maya retaliates with a kick and rips the mask off, prompting Scarecrow to leave the room and lock the door behind him. Later that evening, Scarecrow and Dollface haul Mia to the truck and force the mask onto her once again, making it clear that they intend for her to become the new pinup girl. In the end, following numerous horrifying events and violent encounters, Maya finds the strength to fight back. She finally reaches the killer's secret hideout and comes face to face with Gregory. After an intense and suspenseful confrontation, she manages to strike him down with an axe. By morning, Mia walks out of the hideout carrying Gregory's mask. Don't forget to subscribe and enable notifications so you won't miss more videos like this.